Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.
Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Israel's Benjamin Netanyahu are both speaking out about the dawn of a new era in the relationship between India and Israel. Modi took to Twitter to say he has a counterpart who is equally committed to taking the India-Israel relationship to soaring new heights. He says they are committed to facilitating the flow of people and ideas. In terms of defense, he says he has invited Israeli companies to take advantage of the liberalized foreign direct investment regime. He also says they are venturing into less explored areas of cooperation such as oil and gas, cybersecurity, films and startups. Netanyahu is leading the largest ever trade delegation accompanying an Israeli premier. A short while ago, the two leaders spoke at a news conference in New Delhi. Netanyahu was sounding upbeat.
You are a revolutionary leader. In the best sense of the word revolution. You are revolutionizing India. You're catapulting this magnificent state into the future, and you have revolutionized the relationship between Israel and India.
Well, we now cross live to New Delhi, where we're joined by journalist Neha Punia. Neha, thank you so much for your time. We saw the two leaders embrace on the tarmac in New Delhi on Sunday. They were both singing each other's praises, clearly a very positive rapport. What are the main outcomes from the news conference earlier today in your mind?
Absolutely. I think the optics, the camaraderie between the two leaders who've referred to each other by their first names is what's dominated headlines. And that really is the big takeaway from the joint press statement made by both Prime Minister Netanyahu and Narendra Modi. Like you said, 9 deals have been signed. This is spanning cooperation across various fields, including filmmaking, tourism. There is talk of cooperation in the fields of oil and gas, as well as cybersecurity. Apart from that, the two leaders also spoke of the rich cultural heritage that both nations share, and they try to use that as an example for the kind of potential that ties between the two nations hold. Defense is another area that was spoken of quite extensively. Now, as far as the Indian government is concerned, they're saying that the $500 million Spike missile deal was not directly raised, but the two leaders have discussed ways to enhance defense cooperation.
Now, take us through what India will be hoping to benefit from this relationship long term. You mentioned 9 deals already, but long term, what is India hoping to get from this relationship?
Various things. I mean, Israel's technological know-how, its expertise in various fields like agriculture, water conservation, renewable energy is something that India is hoping to tap into, to learn from. Of course, India's relationship with Israel is primarily based on defense equipment buying, something that spans about $2 billion. That's something that India is wanting to expand on as well, but on its own terms. Prime Minister Modi said very categorically that while he wants to enhance defense cooperation with Israel, he would prefer it if Israeli companies manufactured locally after coming to India. So that's another scope of potential as far as India is concerned. As far as cultural ties are concerned, there's also something that India is wanting to build on, to have more Indian filmmakers shoot and produce their films in Tel Aviv. And of course, business, which lags behind. It's only about $2 billion. But India feels that could be much higher.
Now, it's interesting that you speak about Bollywood and stars being encouraged to come and shoot films in Israel. One would have thought that you were the experts when it came to shooting movies like this.
Absolutely. But, you know, as far as the Indian film industry is concerned, popularly referred to as Bollywood, the fans of Bollywood span any kind of geographical boundary, including your Prime Minister Netanyahu. While speaking at that press statement, he said very categorically that he and his wife Sarah are very excited to be traveling to Mumbai later this week to meet Bollywood personalities. So India recognizes the kind of presence and popularity that Bollywood stars have in different countries, Israel being one of them. They want to tap into that.
And Nia, we're going to let you go, but very briefly, in terms of this visit for the next few days, what else can we expect to hear from these two leaders?
Well, there's one roadshow planned in Prime Minister Modi's state of Gujarat, where Prime Minister Netanyahu is going to be visiting a Center for Agricultural Excellence. We might hear some more statements as far as cooperation in fields of technology exchange are concerned. There's a visit planned to Mumbai, but apart from meeting the film fraternity, Prime Minister Netanyahu will also visit the Chabad House, which was attacked in the 2008 Mumbai terror attack. So we could also possibly hear another statement on terror cooperation and intelligence sharing. So while most of the work was accomplished today, there's still a lot more on Prime Minister Netanyahu's itinerary when it comes to his first India visit.
Nia Punia, thank you so much for your time, journalist in New Delhi, updating us there.